this way, fellas.
At least they can get the back of our heads.
That's right. They can get the back. We'll turn around. They'll never recognize us. It's going to be a great ball game. I think Zach Allen has to set the tone for the ball club early. He usually rises to the top in big games, and this one qualifies a big game setting for Zach, and he usually is at his best at times like this, and the team generally follows his lead.
Well, when you look at Gillespie's scoring, pretty balanced. Talking to Terry Allen beforehand, Zach Allen and Adam Tolman both averaging right around 16 points a game. Dane Gray also averaging in double figures, around 12 points a game. You look at the flip side at Riverton, John Martinez averaging 25.3 points a game. His season high this year is 36. And I'll tell you what, he's a load. You know, he's 6'6", and you think of a guy who's going to play down low and post up on you.
But he is all over the half court. He flies all over the place.
He can step out. He can pop a three-pointer. He can take it strong to the hole. He can step out, take the mid-range jumper, the 15-footer.
Makes him unguardable, basically.
Yep, and he can do a lot of things. And then they've got Zach Miller, his 6'6" counterpart.
Zach's more of a true low-post player, but he is a presence down low.
And then you've got the little guys, the guards, Matt Koger, and the other guard for Riverton, Richie Combs.
Yeah, Richie Combs.
The young guns, they're both sophomores. And then you've got Tim Blanchard, Ryan Siebert, who are, you know, just
There's
very
four
stable.
guys right there who can get the trifecta, can handle the ball, and play good defense. So.
But the Hawks, a very dangerous ball club. We mentioned they're 5-2. Both of their losses came without Zach Miller, the All-State candidate, and Zach was out of action with an injury their first 3 games. Their losses came to Illini Central and Tri-City from the very tough Sangamo Conference. So
we know what kind of a year Tri-City's having. I believe the loss at the semifinals at Waverly was only their second of the year.
It was indeed. So the Riverton Hawks come in here flying high as they have won 4 straight games now. They finished 3-0. The Hawks did in the green division. Meanwhile, Gillespie finished 3-0 in the red division as the Miners picked up a 70-48 win over Bunker Hill on opening day. They then knocked off Hillsborough 55-43 on Friday night, and Saturday night the Miners beat undefeated Lincolnwood as they handed the Lancers their first loss, 64-52. Riverton won 73-41 over Mount Olive. Then the Hawks defeated Carlinville 61-45, and finally it was Riverton over Litchfield 68-51. So both teams winning their respective pools with 3-0 records. It should be a great championship game here tonight at Carlinville, and we have a good crowd to match here at CHS. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back with the starting lineups. We're not far from the tip-off. It's the Miners and the Riverton Hawks tonight, the championship of the 37th annual Carlinville Holiday Tournament. We'll be back with more on FM 106. Okay, we should have the national anthem coming up right here.
Okay. Anthem time. Keep playing them.
Welcome to the championship game of the 2002 Carnival Holiday Tournament between the Riverton Hawks and the Gillespie Miners. The starting lineups, first for the Riverton Hawks.
Or maybe, okay, I guess not.
Tim Blanchard.
No anthem.
Okay, we'll take it after this one.
Guard,
Take it after this
number
one.
32, Matt Kogan. At forward, number 30, Ryan Siebert. At forward, number 41, John Martinez. And at center, number 40,
Take it after this one.
Miller. The Hawks are coached by John Hampton. And now for the Miners. At guard, number 14, Dane Gray. At guard, number 55, Pete Byzantine. At guard, number 1, Dan Allen.
It's the orange and black of Gillespie and the orange and blue of Riverton about set to do battle here. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First of all, for the Riverton Hawks, they will start at the guards. Matt Koger, a 5'8" sophomore, and Ryan Siebert, a 6-foot senior, and 3 forwards. Tim Blanchard, a 6'2" senior, Zach Miller, a 6'6" senior, and John Martinez, a 6'6" senior. The Hawks 5-2, coached by John Hampton. The Gillespie Miners will start At the guards, Dane Gray, a 5'11 senior, and Pete Byzantine, a 6'1 senior. At the forward, Zach Allen, a 6'3 senior, and Steve Clemens, a 6'1 senior. And starting at center, Adam Tolman, a 6'3 senior. The Miners a perfect 9-0, coached by Terry Allen. Your officials, Steve Smith, Bruce Yokis, and Ron Kuhlman. And the opening tip is controlled by Riverton as Matt Koger goes back to get it for the Hawks, and he'll bring it up and set it up as Dane Gray picks him up. Gets it ahead, left wing to Tim Blanchard, lobs inside. There's Miller off the glass and good, and the Hawks go just where we thought they would, Brad, inside.
And that's going to spell a long night for Gillespie if they're able to get it in that easily.
2-0. Riverton takes the early lead. Here's Dane Gray for the Miners. Guarded out front by Koger. Gray, bounce pass, high post, Adam Tolman. Tolman going to drive in the paint, off balance, shot up, good, and a foul!
Boy, what strength by Adam Tolman. A couple years ago, he was talented as a sophomore, but he doesn't finish that play. A couple years ago, he has definitely filled out a little bit, has more experience, and was able to double clutch and get the shot through the big man.
And he's 6'3", going up against a kid who's an all-stater, John Martinez, at 6'6", and takes it right at him. Free throw will not go, as Zach Miller got the rebound for Riverton. Here come the Hawks. We're tied at a deuce. 7:15 to go, opening quarter. Martinez inside. Miller to the hole. Layup good, but we got a violation. Was it traveling?
2. He walked with it. But he took a couple steps before he put it up. That's what Gillespie's got to do, is make the big man put it on the floor.
John Hampton apparently not happy with that, as he was voicing his concern to the official there. Here's Zach Allen, cross-court pass out front, Pete Byzantine. Back to Zach. Zach has it outside 3, gives it off to Tolman. Tolman guarded by Blanchard, will drive to the hole. Oh, it's rejected. Zach Miller there with the block.
That was a mismatch with Tolman on Blanchard, but Miller recognized that, came over and helped his teammate.
So to be out of bounds to Gillespie as Tolman triggers it in. Right corner to Dane Gray. Inside Allen to the hole. Lost the handle. Loose ball picked up by Riverton. First turnover on the Miners, and here come the Hawks. Blanchard with the ball. Right hash mark. Out front Koger. Gives it over to Siebert in the middle between the rings. Left wing to Blanchard. Blanchard looks over the defense. Goes top of the key to Martinez. Over to Koger. Now in the hands of Siebert. Guarded by Zach Allen. Siebert outside the three-point line. He'll bring it back out front. Siebert on the dribble between the rings. Gets it to Koger. Nearly lost the handle, but Matt hangs on to it. High post Miller, low post, or high post Martinez to the low post to Miller. And the layup by Zach Miller is good. 4-2 Riverton. High-low game that time.
And that's the thing that Gillespie's got to be worried about, is if both big men handle it, one high, one low, that's going to be hard for them to stop all evening long.
Here's Dane Gray for the Miners. Drives to the left side, pulls up on the dribble, kicks it back out at the hash mark to Tolman. Adam drives, nice spin move around Miller, but put it off the glass too hard. Rebound Riverton. Here come the Hawks. Koger ahead, Blanchard inside, Martinez up, no good, but a foul. And 2 shots coming up for John Martinez. Well, what a nice move down at this end, Brad.
Great spin move, but he couldn't finish it off. He had a little too much momentum going toward the baseline. The ball tripled.
So Martinez to the line to shoot a couple. The foul on Steve Clemens is his first team foul on the Miners. And John Martinez to the line. First freebie is up and good. 5-2 Riverton, 5:37 to go, opening quarter.
Could talk about all-state candidate Zach Miller. Martinez making a pretty good bid for the start of this season.
Oh yeah, well, the second free throw will not go. And of course, Zach Allen of Gillespie. He was an honorable mention all-stater last year. As Zach has it out front.
He's having trouble handling that ball against the Riverton pressure in the half court.
Here's Dane Gray now, the senior. Has it out front on the dribble. Dane drives, kicks it over to Adam Tolman. Tolman, right wing, will drive, spins, double team. Oh, nice dish underneath Steve Clemens. Layup is good.
They forgot about Clemens, and that's what he does best. He kind of sneaks along there along the baseline in the wing. You forget about Clemens, and he can burn you.
And what a sweet dish. 5-4. Now Riverton inside. Martinez, shot up and good.
What it's looking like early, Tim, is it's looking like it's going to be awful hard for Gillespie to contain the big men of Riverton. The size is almost too much of a hit.
The score should be 7-4. As now they're getting the fix. 7-4, Riverton the lead. Here's Tolman. with the basketball. Adam working against Zach Miller. Adam drives in, one-handed shot up short. Rebound Martinez. The Hawks big men with the presence defensively that time. Koger gets it ahead to Siebert, back out to Koger, now to Blanchard. Blanchard way out front, and now we got a foul away from the ball.
It's on Martinez, I believe. Nope.
Matt Koger. Or was it, yeah.
I think 30. Was it 30?
Well, I saw a 2 up there. No, it was on, oh, there we go. As Gillespie comes down, Clemens baseline shot from 15 is good.
Steve Clemens and Gillespie is 3 of 5 from the field here in the early going. Riverton has yet to miss an official shot, and this is a foul going the other way. So this is on Martinez.
So Riverton 2 straight trips down the floor.
And that other foul was on 30.
Which would be Ryan Siebert. As it'll be out of bounds to Gillespie at midcourt.
Riverton 3 for 3, Tim, but they haven't got shots their last 2 times down.
Byzantine gets it into Zach Allen. Zach out front on the dribble. Zach bounce pass to Adam Tallman. Has it left wing, guarded by Miller. Tallman will drive, spin move against Miller, has it rejected. And so far, Adam Tallman's won 1 of those battles, but Zach Miller's won 3 of them. Tallman will inbound along the baseline out front. Gray for 3, it's off the mark. And it's out of bounds as Gray goes to the
rolled
floor.
and no call as Blanchard just rolled him over.
He did indeed, and kept waiting for the whistle, but it didn't come. So it'll be Riverton basketball. That last foul on Martinez was his 2nd foul. That's bad news if you're a Riverton fan. Now underneath they go. Zach Miller off the glass and good. Zach Miller with 6. John Martinez with 3. It's 9-6 in favor of the Hawks. Here's Gray.
Gillespie
Gets it over Byzantine. 3 ball off the back iron and over the top of the glass and out of bounds.
Riverton getting the ultra high percentage shot so far.
Yes, they are, as they're taking it inside. But again, that's kind of what we expected from the Hawks. As Matt Koger now will walk it up against Dane Gray. Koger gets it ahead to Tim Blanchard. Left wing guarded by Allen. Out front, Siebert. Koger in the corner to Miller. Back out to Blanchard. Blanchard, left wing, Koger. Koger, top of the key, end of the ball game is Andrew Reiner for Riverton. Now Blanchard drives, kicks it back out front, Siebert. Siebert will give it off to Koger. Koger gives it over to Zach Miller. And now, what do we got, Brad? Something away from the ball.
It looks like it. That's what I'm trying to see now. See, they got it on. And I think they're going to call that out Talbot away from the ball, holding one of the big men trying to cut through the lane.
So Tallman's first foul, 2nd team foul. And Koger will trigger it in. Goes way out front to Ryan Siebert. Siebert with the basketball. Gives it over to Tim Blanchard. Blanchard now to Koger. Koger, top of the key, Miller. Miller gets it over to Blanchard, guarded closely by Clemens. Blanchard tries to drive, instead kicks it out to Siebert. Good defense by the Miners. Here's Koger, top of the key, Reiner. Down low they go. Miller, layup is good.
That's 8 for Miller already.
Zach Miller with 8, and it's 11-6 in favor of the Riverton Hawks. Baseline Gray, 15-footer around it, good. Dane Gray with the shot makes it 11-8. As he,
I don't know what the young man wanted.
as Dane Gray with the retro 70s haircut hits the shot.
I think he looks like Pete from the Mod Squad.
Now here's the pass.
Foul away from the ball again.
As that time, Riverton trying to go down low again, and we got a hold of it.
I think it was Allen.
And if it is on Zach, that'll be his first.
I think they pointed the number 1 up. Yes, indeed, it is on Allen.
Dennis Stoffer going to check in now for Gillespie. The 3rd team foul. Inbounds pass comes to Miller, and he takes it to the rack.
He got a little leaner into Adam Tallman right there, and he's got 10.
Right over the top of Adam Tallman, and he
Adam Tallman.
He has 10, 13-8. Riverton a 5-point lead. Here's Gillespie. Zach Allen in the paint, fade away, short. Rebound Miller. Clears it out to Koger. Here come the Hawks. They get it ahead, Siebert. Siebert back to Koger. Gives it over to Blanchard. Blanchard down low, Siebert. Back out now to Reiner. Reiner Gets it top of the key. Now they lob down low. Miller layup. Good! Zach Miller with 12 points. And the Hawks lead 15-8. Here come the Miners. The Hawks are just taking it inside. Here's Dane Gray. Gray, and he double dribble. Oh, it's Comey. Well, we knew it was a violation one way or the other. The second turnover on Gillespie.
Gillespie having trouble getting a shot each time down the floor now. They were causing some problems for Riverton when the game was a little quicker pace, but once Riverton settles into that half court, they're just pounding it right at the Miners.
They're taking it inside, inside, inside. As Miller out front to Koger. Now they give it off on a wing. Blanchard. There's Miller again. This time the 12-footer won't go.
Siebert this time on the back. Good position that time.
Steve Clemens. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Dennis Stopper.
One of the shorter forwards you'll ever see at 5'11", but he got great position that time and drew the foul.
Well, let's not short Dennis. He's 6 foot.
I'm trying to look. He's standing there.
That foul on Ryan Siebert of Riverton, his second.
He's standing there next to Reinert. He's only 6'2". I guarantee Reinert's got 4 inches on him.
Here's Zach Allen for Gillespie driving to the baseline. Zach puts it up off the glass and it falls in. Put it up over Tim Blanchard. Zach Allen with his first points of the game, and it's 15-10 in favor of Riverton. Here comes Koger for the Hawks.
Gillespie 5 of 11 from the field here in the first quarter.
The Hawks going to hold for 1. And trust me, folks, when the game gets tough, Zach Allen gets tougher. Here's Koger. Gives it over to Richie Combs, who's checked in. That's the other sophomore guard we were talking about for Riverton. He and Koger play catch out front. The clock down to 16. Riverton leading 15-10. Here's Koger with the basketball. Gets it out to Combs with 8. Richie Combs with 7. Gets it over to Miller with 4. Miller going to drive. One-handed running shot wouldn't go.
Offensive foul.
Is that what it's going to be?
I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That's Miller. That's the offensive foul.
And it was Dane Gray who took the charge for the
He's
Gillespie
wobbling
Miners.
a little bit down there on the baseline, too. That was like getting hit. That's like a Festiva getting hit by a Mack truck.
Inbounds pass, Zach Miller at the buzzer from nearly half court, and it's high off the glass and no good. We played 1 quarter of basketball, folks, and we've got a good one. Your score, it's the Riverton Hawks 15, the Gillespie Miners 10. Back with second quarter action in 1 minute. You're listening to High School Hoops on FM 106. Take it after this one. Gillespie ball to begin the second quarter. Tim Tarter with Brad McVeigh back at Carlinville High School, championship game of the Carlinville Holiday Tournament. Miners trailing 15-10 as Byzantine drives the baseline off the glass and scores! Pete Byzantine with his first basket, and the Miners back within 3. It's 15-12. Here's Matt Koger for the Hawks. Koger brings it up, gives it off to Blanchard, right hash mark. Top of the key, Reinert, left wing to Koger. Koger looking inside right now. They've got Martinez out of there as Combs top of the key to Koger. Now back to Blanchard for 3, and he got it.
Blanchard waiting it from long range.
Well, just when you think the Hawks are going to go inside, they can take it out. They've got 2 or 3 excellent three-point shooters. They got a lot of weapons.
Martinez can also put it up from out there, even at 6'6".
Here's Byzantine missing the shot just inside the free throw line as it rolls in and out, and Riverton the rebound. Koger gets it ahead, Combs. Back to Koger. Over in the hands now of Reiner. Reiner to Blanchard. Blanchard to Combs, top of the key. Ritchie gives it off on a wing, right side, Blanchard. Blanchard, top of the key, Reiner. Left wing to Combs, and now a foul away from the ball underneath. Dennis Stauffer holding.
Nope, Byzantine.
Byzantine, okay.
It was one of the two. He was looking right at both of them.
Byzantine's first and team foul number 4 on Gillespie. Or is that team foul number 5? Long inbounds pass way out front to Richie Combs. Gets it ahead, Koger. Koger, right hat, or at the right wing, guarded by Zach Allen. Top of the key, Reinhardt. Left wing to Combs. And now a foul away from the ball, and it's on Zach Miller, and that's huge. And Miller just pushed Steve Clemens to the floor.
I don't know what Miller thought he was doing there, or what he was going to get away with, right in front of the official that was standing in the back of the lane.
If you're going to do it, you don't do it right in front of the official. So Miller picks up his second. Now Miller and Martinez, the two big guys, both with 2 fouls. Ray down quickly, corner, Clemens from 17, and he drains it. Steve Clemens with 6, and it's 18-14. As the senior for the Miners, he's one of those unsung heroes.
You just forget about it, and Riverton's defense is falling asleep in the half court.
And now Riverton just threw it away. Turnover number 4 on the Hawks, and Gillespie gets it back, trailing 18-14 with 6:07 to go in the second quarter.
See, here's Steve just kind of hiding down the corner, not really doing anything, but when that shot goes up, he's crashing.
Well,
he's going to the open area.
He's just setting a few picks. Now Zach Allen drives the baseline. His shot won't go. Rebound stopper, and a foul going to be called.
Is that on Blanchard or Miller?
Well, if it's on Miller, it would be huge. It's on Blanchard. That's his first, and team foul number 7.
Both of them reached up, and it was. I'm sure that Riverton coach John Hampton was holding his breath for a minute, figuring out which one of them that was on.
Dennis Stauffer to the line to shoot 2. The first one is up and off the back of the iron, no good. This officiating crew, incidentally, Steve Smith, Bruce Yokish, and Ron Kuhlman, I believe from the Springfield area. Second free throw, also off the back of the iron, but look who got the rebound. Clemens gives it up to Gray, 3 ball, no good. Rebound, Zach Allen, up is good. It's
I like the way that Zach Allen stayed looking on the boards and Dave Gray as well.
18-16, Miners within a deuce. Here's Koger, gets it ahead, Blanchard. Blanchard out front, Reiner. Reiner swings it around left side, Koger. Koger, top of the key, Miller wanted to fire, and now a reach-in foul on Steve Clemens.
Clemens thought he got the ball, and it was the official directly to the side. He would have had the best look at it.
That's Clemens' second, the 5th team foul on the Miners. And checking back in for Riverton is going to be Martinez. And checking out will be Andrew Reiner. So Martinez and Miller both with 2 fouls on the floor with 5:26 to go in the second quarter. And it's going to be, was that a shooting foul?
I don't believe he was going up with it.
Well, that's what the officials say.
He
So
was on top of the key. I guess they have to think he might have been. He caught it down at the
it looked like he just knocked the ball out of his hands, but it's an air ball on the free throw by Zach. Boy, you don't see that very often. Well, they'll have fun now every time Zach Miller touches the ball. He's a 90% free throw shooter. And he missed them both. Man, a 90% free throw shooter goes to the line, shoots an air ball. He was 10 of 11 prior to that, Brad. 10 of 11 before that. Now Zach Allen to this end with a 1-and-1. That was the second foul on Blanchard. And Zach, good as gold at the line, makes his first.
This is to tie the game up, Tim. They've crawled back from that 6-8 point deficit.
Second free throw is good, and guess what? We're tied, 18-18, the Miners and the Hawks.
Now the trap.
Here's the ball knocked away, loose on the floor, picked up by Riverton. Blanchard back to Koger. Koger across the timeline. Zach Allen all over him. Gets it over to Blanchard. Now to Combs. Top of the key. Martinez, a three. It's no good off the side of the iron. And the
Starting to play into Gillespie's hands, too. They're rushing their shots. They're not working the half court like they were.
now Allen all the way in and a reach-in foul before he got to the hole. As the foul is oh boy, that's on Blanchard, and that's his third. Now Riverton getting into some foul trouble. Team foul number 9.
So I think this is what Terry Allen wanted, just keep his guys hanging in there,
they
play
have-
their game, hit them hard with the pressure, try to get some fouls.
Zach Allen to the line again. This time misses the 1-and-1, but there is the rebound by Stauffer. Kicks it out to Gray. He drives, turnaround shot in the paint, in and out.
Everything but went down.
The 12-footer, it's in and out, and the rebound to Riverton. Here come the Hawks. They'd like to get the lead back. Siebert, left wing, top of the key to Martinez. Clemens nearly had the steal. Now Martinez pulls up at the free throw line and hits the shot, and Riverton the lead back 20-18. 4:34 to go, second quarter.
It's only the second field goal for Riverton in the second quarter.
Here's Dane Gray, gives it over to Tallman. Now to Allen, he's got a lane to the hole, lays it up and good! Zach Allen!
He's got half a dozen, Tim. He's got 3 field goals now. He's starting to assert himself.
We're tied at 20, the All-Stater with 8 points for Gillespie. 4:10 to go here in the second quarter. Here's Zach Miller, and he threw it away.
That pressure by Gillespie starting to rattle.
And I'll tell you what, I was going to say, Brad, very uncharacteristic of Riverton to have the mistakes that they've had, but I'll tell you what, the Gillespie defense.
It's not uncharacteristic.
No.
Gillespie's defense does to other teams, though.
Zach Allen will bring it up against Ryan Siebert.
And you can see the intensity level picking up for Gillespie. And number 1 started it all this quarter, the way he's crashing the boards.
Here's Adam Tallman on the dribble, out front, gives it over to Dane Gray. Koger comes out to pick him up, gives it off Zach Allen out front. Zach top of the key. Zach gonna drive, now stops, pops a 17-footer, good! Oh!
Energy team.
Oh my! Zach Allen with 10. The Miners lead 22-20, and now
Dane Gray, the holding foul.
a holding foul on Dane Gray. On Dane, that is his first personal foul. Team foul number 6. One more puts Riverton in the bonus.
3.5 to go in the quarter. You'd like to wait a little while and start sitting in the line if you're Gillespie.
That's Gillespie's first lead, right? 22-20.
This is the first time they've been hit this ball.
Here's Siebert, tried to go to Martinez, and now Steve Clemens going to get his third personal foul.
And he just got a little piece of rest. He's trying for the steal, thought he had it, but a good job by Martinez of beating the pass. That's why your coaches tell you, meet the pass.
So Steve Clemens gets his third foul. Steve's shaking his head a little bit.
I think he thought he might have had enough of it, but Martinez did what he was supposed to do. He came to meet the pass. That drew the third foul. What a bonus time for Mr. Martinez.
First one up, good. Martinez, as we mentioned, averages 25.3 points a game. He's got 6 in this one so far. Martinez at the free throw line, a 73% free throw shooter.
And he's just improved on that with a couple here.
Well, he's 3 out of 4 now, 75% for this game. We're tied at 22. 3:20 to go, second quarter. Now here's a steal by Matt Koger. Stepped in front of the pass from Dane Gray. Here's Siebert with the basketball for the Hawks. Out front, guarded by Allen. Gets it on the wing to Koger. Koger will get it back out front to Miller. Down low, Martinez, and he's fouled.
Oh, they're going to call a foul first.
Dane Gray.
Got pushed.
Dane Gray will get the foul, his second personal.
He traveled, but I think he traveled because Gray pushed him.
Yeah, I was going to say, he got a little help on the...
Got a little help moving.
So Dane Gray gets his second personal foul.
Sometimes the Gillespie players, when they get so active and so fast, they get on a roll, but then if they're a little off kilter, they can pick up those fouls in a hurry. You sure don't want Gray getting a third one here for Terry Allen.
One in bonus for Martinez. Tied at 22, up, in and out. Rebound to Adam Tallman for Gillespie. We're tied at 22, 2:54 to go, second quarter. Here comes Zach Allen, guarded out front by Siebert. Allen works to the left hash mark. Allen on the dribble. Allen to the hole. Off the glass and good! Zach Allen, showtime!
doesn't now. He has really sparked Gillespie in the second quarter.
24-22 Gillespie, even though the scoreboard says Riverton.
Yeah, they've got it on the wrong side.
Here's Riverton with the basketball.
They'll fix that pretty soon.
Oh, the crazies are letting them know. They're letting them know. Here's Siebert, top of the key, gives it over to Koger. Koger to Martinez, down low, Miller off the glass, it's good! Zach Miller with 16 points, and we're tied at 24. 2:08 to go, second quarter. And now we got a timeout taken by Terry Allen and the Miners. It's a full timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 2:04 to go, second quarter. Gillespie 24, Riverton 24. You're listening to the championship game of the Carlinville Holiday Tournament on FM 106. Instead of a bumper, come back with the legal ID. You can play one more spot, though.
I've only got Riverton missing 3 shots in the whole half. Miller with 2 and Martinez with 1. I think that's right, too, because they turned it over or shot free throws every other time.
Well, here's Zach Allen again as we're back to the action, driving right to the rack, off the glass and good, as he took the inbounds pass and went one-on-one.
The score's on the right side of the board now, Tim.
26-24 Miners. Now Adam Tallman knocks it away from Miller. Nearly had the steal. Miller gets it back, gives it off to Koger. Gillespie's defense has given Riverton fits.
Especially out handling the ball near the timeline. Once they are able to establish position, they get it into the big guys. It's all over for Gillespie.
Here's Koger to Martinez, top of the key. Now over Siebert, was open for a second. Top of the key to Reinert. Reinert back in there, over to Siebert. Siebert outside 3, top of the key. Reinert over to Koger, left wing now. Koger brings it top of the key to Miller. Swings it around right side to Reinert. Reinert outside the 3-point line, drives against Stauffer in the paint. Short, one-handed shot up, no good. Rebound, Zach Allen picks it up off the floor. Here comes Zach. Now lost the handle, out of bounds, turnover to Riverton.
Got a little cute with that between the legs dribble when he didn't need to, Tim, and it cost him that time. He knows it. He's kind of disgusted with himself on the way down the court.
He's got 12 points this quarter for Gillespie. Zach Allen does 14 for the half. Here's Riverton. They work it around. Koger has it right wing, gives it off corner to Zach Miller. Miller, top of the key, Martinez. Left wing, Koger. Down to 33 seconds in the half. Riverton may hold for 1, trailing 26-24. Koger with the basketball out front. Koger going to work to the right side. Gives it back out front to Reinert. Reinert to the left wing. Back out front, and Tallman nearly had the steal.
I think he might have thought he had a foul there, too, because he really pulled up.
Yep.
He was waiting for a whistle, I think.
Siebert to and there was no whistle.
Nope.
They were down to 8. Koger gives it off to Siebert with 6. Back to Koger with 5. Reinert with 3. Inside Martinez, up and good! As we have reached the half, and your score is Gillespie 26, Riverton 26. It's the championship game of the Carlinville Holiday Tournament.
And we've settled nothing through 16 minutes.
We have not. We'll take a break, come back and talk about it. You're listening to high school basketball from the 37th annual Carlinville Holiday Tournament on America's High School Sports Voice, WSMI FM 106. Tim Tarter with Brad McVeigh back at Carlinville High School. We have reached the halfway point of our title game, and it's Zach Allen 14 and Zach Miller 14. And that means it's Gillespie 26 and Riverton 26, as the battle of Zach Allen and Zach Miller has been a stalemate, as has the battle between Gillespie and Riverton, as it was Riverton early. The Hawks jumped out. They led by as many as 7 points in the opening quarter at 15-8. They led 15-10 after a quarter, but the Miners came roaring back in the second quarter, led by 2 points on a couple of occasions, before Riverton gets a basket by John Martinez as the horn sounds, and the Riverton Hawks tie it up at the half at 26-26. We mentioned Zach Miller, 14 points in that first half, 12 in the opening quarter. He had 7 field goals, was 0 for 2 at the line. John Martinez has 9 points, 3 field goals. He was 3 for 5 at the free throw line. John Martinez with 9, and only one other player scored for Riverton. That's Tim Blanchard. He hit that 3-point basket for the Hawks, and that rounds out the scoring for Riverton. Richie Combs, Ryan Siebert, Matt Koger, Andrew Reiner all played, did not score for the Hawks, who turned the ball over 5 times in the first half. And Riverton at the free throw line, 3 out of 7, so nothing to write home about there. But the same can be said for Gillespie, and we'll tell you their free throws in just a moment. Zach Allen, 14 points. Now, interestingly enough, when Riverton led after a quarter, 15-10, Zach Miller had 12 of his 14 points in the first quarter. The second quarter, Gillespie outscores Riverton 16-11. Zach Allen for Gillespie, 12 of his 14 points came in the second quarter. So the first quarter, it was the Zach Miller show for Riverton. The second quarter, it was the Zach Allen show for Gillespie. And Allen with 14 at halftime, with 6 field goals, 2 out of 3 at the free throw line. Steve Clemens with 6. Steve also picked up 3 personal fouls in that first half. And a trio of players with a trio of players with 2 points each. Adam Tallman, a field goal for 2. Dane Gray with a field goal for 2. And Pete Byzantine with a field goal for 2. Amazingly enough, the Miners did not make a 3-point basket in the first half.
I believe they only tried one, didn't they?
And I thought, I was expecting Gillespie to come out firing from 3-point range, but the Miners.
Well, it seems like they're determined, Tim, to prove they can score down low as well. And I think Terry Allen is working hard on the offensive end to try to get the big guys backing off and in foul trouble, or else they're going to let them have the shots.
And we mentioned free throws. Gillespie 2 out of 5 for 40% in the first half. They had 4 turnovers. So turnovers, although both defenses have played well, turnovers are not a big part of this game. Free throws, though, Riverton 3 out of 7. Gillespie 2 out of 5. We're tied at 26. And Brad, what kind of numbers you got?
Well, the one place where defense did make a little difference, Tim, is the Gillespie defense in the second quarter, causing a few backcourt turnovers for Riverton, because it affected how many chances Gillespie got. That and improved offensive rebound for the Miners in the second quarter. So we got back in the game. Our numbers: Riverton is 11 of 14 from the field, and led by the 7 of 9 from Miller.
11 of 14 from the field.
They have only missed 3 shots, so most of their attempts that they haven't been making, they've been getting fouled on. So
that's amazing.
3 for 4 for Martinez, 7 of 9 for Miller, 1 of 1 for Blanchard. Their guards just aren't trying shots; they're pounding it down low. For the Miners, they are 13 of 22 in the first half, led by 7 of 10 from Mr. Zach Allen. Tallman only 1 of 5. He hit his first shot. He has struggled since down underneath, but they went to a pretty good second option named Zach Allen in that second quarter. And Allen also has 3 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, I'd say Zach Allen's a pretty good second option.
4 rebounds total for Allen and 4 for Miller. Riverton with the board edge 8-7. There's not a lot of rebounds in this game.
Yeah, no
not a lot of missed shots.
No missed shots, not many opportunities for rebounds. We're tied at 26. Earlier today, in our 7th place game, played at 4 o'clock this afternoon, it was Mount Olive defeating Bunker Hill 66-51. Litchfield took home 5th place with a 48-41 win over Hillsboro, and the Lincolnwood Lancers held off the Carlinville Cavaliers, and I believe the final score of that game was 46-41 although don't quote me on that.
It was, Tim, it was.
46-41. And here in the championship
You are
game,
correct, sir.
we're at the half, tied at 26. Congratulations to the Auburn Trojans.
Winners again.
Winners again.
Speaking of teams that treat other gyms
they-
like their home gym.
Yep, they knocked off the Athens Warriors tonight at the Waverly Holiday Tournament Championship to win the 52nd annual Waverly Holiday Tournament as
The Waverly gym, I believe, is Auburn West, the way the Trojans play on that floor.
as Auburn won 61-49 over Athens tonight. We're just about set for second half action. We'll be back with it. Hawks and the Miners tied at 26 at the half. You're listening to coverage of the championship game of the Carlinville Holiday Tournament on FM 106. Steve Clemens, Adam Tolman, Zach Allen, Dane Gray, and Pete Byzantine, the original starting five, on the floor to begin the second half for the Gillespie Miners, and ditto for the Riverton Hawks. They have Ryan Siebert, Matt Koger, Zach Miller, John Martinez, and Tim Blanchard. And immediately foul number 4 called on Steve Clemens as Riverton gets the ball in, goes right down to John Martinez, and Clemens quickly going to get out of there, and that's a tough break for Gillespie.
Clemens just trying to get back to get some position. He just gave a little hip check to Martinez, but it was 2 feet from the official, just enough to get the call.
Dennis Stauffer in, Martinez up over Stauffer, and good! John Martinez in double figures with 11. The Hawks the lead back, 28-26. Here come the Miners. Dane Gray, left wing. Gray pulls up on the dribble. Now gets it out to Pete Byzantine.
Riverton shooting 80% for the game now, Tim, from the floor.
That's unbelievable. Zach Allen drives towards the hole, spin, move up, and good! Zach Allen, the All-Stater, takes it to the rack.
That guy's doing pretty well, too.
He has 16. We're tied at 28. Here comes Koger. Gets it ahead, left wing, Sieber. Now here's a steal by Tolman. Drives in, layup, good!
Adam Tolman aggressively playing defense, anticipating the pass, played the lane well, got a clear layup.
30-28, Gillespie the lead back, 7:03 to go, third quarter.
And that's what Terry Allen wants, not just to have him turn it over, turn them into points.
And here goes Riverton with that high-low game again as Zach Miller to John Martinez, and another foul coming up, this time on Pete Byzantine of Gillespie, his second, team foul number 2.
Pete Byzantine, a guy that didn't, he was not as regular a contributor last year as Martinez again.
They lob the inbounds pass. Martinez leaves it short. Tolman the rebound. On the break, it's Dane Gray pulling up for the 15-footer, and Dane hits it. And Gillespie, their biggest lead of the game at 32-28. 6:40 to go, third quarter. Here's
Not ready to say what makes Gillespie so dangerous. Guys like Gray and Byzantine have got so much better.
Koger, 3-ball, back iron, no good.
And they got so much better on offense.
Rebound, Zach Allen. Here comes Zach. Zach to the rack, layup, good!
He just wasn't going to be denied, Tim.
Timeout, Riverton. The Gillespie fans to their feet. It's Gillespie 34, Riverton 28. There's a timeout on the court. We'll take timeout. You're listening to coverage of the Carlinville Holiday Tournament Championship game on FM 106.
Full timeout.
Full timeout, full timeout.
Man,
Play two spots, 2 spots.
he was not going to get denied that time in, boy. You can see it in his eyes all the way out the Cavalier emblem. He was not about to get denied. That was just sheer hustle right there. He just beat him to the spot. He went from 20 feet out, beat a guy to a spot and was 5 feet away. That's determination.
Okay.
He'll get it.
Zach Allen with 18 points for the Gillespie Miners. They lead the Riverton Hawks 34-28 with 6:21 to go here in the third quarter. Championship game of the Carlinville Holiday Tournament. Tim Tarter with Brad McVeigh Glad to have you along on this Monday night. As Riverton with the basketball, Miller cross-court pass Siebert, free throw line Martinez tried to go, down low to Miller, and it looked like it was tipped off of Miller's hands, but they say it'll stay with Riverton.
I think they said Tallman tipped it out.
Well, Tallman tipped it.
Yeah, Miller short-armed it, he pulled it back, so I think it was Tallman that tipped it.
Okay, here's Blanchard, pulls up from 15 and banks it home. Tim Blanchard with 5, and the Hawks back within 4, 34-30.
Tim Blanchard's a guy I think he may see not afraid to take as many shots. He might take more shots the second half.
Here's Zach Allen against Siebert again. Zach making a move to the baseline. Now, oh, nice dish!
What a feed!
Off to Adam Tolman, who lays it up and good. Give the assist to Zach Allen.
Now he's getting his teammates involved. Now they're doubling up on him, and that's when he's double dangerous, Tim.
36-30 Gillespie. Here's Riverton. Here's Blanchard. 15-footer right side, no good. Martinez offensive board up and good.
And he was just so much taller than Dennis Stauffer. Dennis didn't have a chance, Tim.
36-32, 4-point Gillespie lead. What a ball game. What a ball game. Here's Adam Tallman. Tallman out front gives it over to Byzantine. Byzantine will drive against Miller, and that's a foul on Miller. And if it is, that'll be his third.
Oh, it's definitely on Miller, Tim. It's got to be.
That's number 3 on Zach Miller, the first team foul on Riverton here in the second half.
And don't think that Zach Allen isn't going to make sure that Gillespie goes right after him for a fourth foul. They might talk about it here as they couldn't inbound it.
Tallman had trouble getting it in, and he takes a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break and be back. You're listening to the Carlinville Holiday Tournament on FM 106. It's a 30, just one spot. 30, just one spot. Who have we got tonight?
Huh?
Who's on board tonight?
Matt.
Oh, okay.
Subbing for Moi.
It'll be Gillespie to trigger it in as Adam Tallman along the baseline, looking, goes in the corner to Byzantine right side. Byzantine drives against Miller, up, and it's off the mark. Rebound Adam Tallman. Kicks it back out to Gray.
They're going right after him, Tim.
Now to Zach Allen. Allen with his back to the basket. Now spins around, pulls up from 10. His shot was long.
Stauffer on the back.
Stauffer on the back of John Martinez of Riverton. On Stauffer, that'll be his first foul and the third team foul.
Stauffer just trying to do what he could to get in the big guy's way that time, but did not have the position.
36-32, 4-point Gillespie lead. 4:50 to go, third quarter. Koger gets it ahead to Martinez. Out front they go to Siebert. Over to Koger. Koger gives it off on a wing to Miller. Zach Miller for Riverton. Gives it out front to Koger. Koger between the rings on the dribble. Gives it off to Martinez. Martinez out front, Siebert.
Boy, Allen's working hard to deny Miller that ball.
Right side Koger. Koger drives in the paint, off balance, shot up, blocked. Rebound battle for loose ball, scramble, and it's picked up by Stauffer. Gives it off to Gray. Here comes Dane Gray. He'll slow it up now. Stops left wing, gives it off. Byzantine baseline all alone.
They just left him alone. They just left him alone.
I think Pete Byzantine was shocked that the baseline was wide open.
You saw his body language. He hesitated before he took off down the baseline, Tim.
38-32, a 6-point lead.
Boy, look how hard Martinez works.
Here's Martinez down low. They get it off the glass and good, a foul. Tim Blanchard puts it off the glass and good. The foul on Adam Tallman is his second. Team foul number 4. It's 38-34, 3:49 to go, third quarter. And the free throw up and good by Tim Blanchard. Makes it 38-35, a 3-point Gillespie lead. 3:45 to go, third quarter. Dane Gray across the timeline. Gray will drive all the way to the hole, and he's pushed. And he'll go to the line to shoot a couple. As that time, he just took Blanchard one-on-one right to the hole.
Absolutely.
Well, I guess it wasn't a shooting foul. I guess he was pushed in the act of driving. So it'll be out of bounds to Gillespie along the baseline. Allen gets it into Byzantine left wing. Back inside to Tallman, and it's off his hands and picked up by Matt Koger of Riverton. Here come the Hawks. Koger has it out front to Martinez. The Hawks could tie with a 3. Here's all alone, Miller off the glass and good! Zach Miller got the pass that time from Ryan Siebert, and it's 38-37. Riverton back within a point. Here's Byzantine to Tallman. Tallman, cross-court pass to the wing. Gray, a 3-ball, it's short. Rebound, Stauffer throws it off of Martinez.
It hit Stauffer as he was standing out of bounds. Official right there on the spot for it.
So it'll be Riverton basketball, and the Hawks a chance to get the lead back with 2:54 to go in the third quarter.
A game of many runs, Tim, and Riverton's got the momentum right now.
They do indeed. Siebert gives it off. Miller, Martinez, layup, good! The alley-oop feed from Zach Miller to John Martinez. Martinez with 15, 39-38, Riverton the lead back. Here's Tallman driving against Miller, and it's out of bounds.
He was trying to get number 4 on Miller, but the referee wouldn't bite. Miller got good position and stood his ground, and he didn't go up after.
So Tallman will trigger it in. Tallman gives it in to Byzantine. Byzantine has it at the hash mark, wants to drive. Byzantine in the paint, pulls up, good!
Boy, Pete Byzantine's come up huge in this third quarter.
2 big baskets, and he gives Gillespie the lead back 40-39. Now we seesaw. 2:16 to go, third quarter. They get it ahead, Siebert.
About exactly what you expected this game, it is for me.
Oh, it's been everything and more. Here's Koger, now a steal by Gray. Gray going the other way against Koger, layup, good! 42-39 Miners by 3 again. Here's Koger for the Hawks.
Stauffer lucky he didn't get a foul there.
Martinez, 3-ball, up to the rim, no good. Zach Miller with the rebound on his back. On the floor, got the rebound and called timeout. That's the best rebound I've seen in a long time, folks.
He was, it was a tangle between him and Gray, so.
A 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
Just this one. That's the first rebound of this quarter. There's only been one missed shot before that.
Zach Miller for Riverton laying on his back in the paint, got the rebound and called timeout. What a great play. Riverton basketball as they keep the possession under their own basket. Koger gonna go way out front to Siebert. Siebert, left wing to Koger. Matt Koger will bring it out front. Swings it around right side to Siebert. Riverton with the ball, trailing 42-39. Here's Koger, left wing, top of the key, Reinert. Oh, down low, Martinez, layup, good! Martinez with 17. 8 here in the third quarter. 42-41, Riverton back within 1. Here's Adam Tallman driving against Martinez, and Martinez will get the foul. That's his third with the body.
He got Martinez on his heels, Tim, and that's what you want to do with the big guy if you're a little smaller, is get him on his heels.
Well, when you're battling 2 6'6" guys, the best way to do it is to attack, and that's what Gillespie has done.
Yeah, they're just taking it directly to him. If you give them room to range side to side, they'll knock the shots away all night.
And Adam Tallman knocks down the first free throw. It's 43-41 Gillespie.
Each team has missed one shot in this quarter, Tim.
Amazing. 1:15 to go, third quarter. Second free throw is good. This has been a great high school basketball game. 44-41.
They're playing so well, too. It's the little one by Martinez, the Miller made the great rebound on it, and the Allen fadeaway. These are the only missed shots in the quarter.
Here's Riverton with the ball, trailing by 3. Reinert gets it over to Koger. Koger with the basketball will back it out on the dribble. Koger will bring it out front between the rings, picked up by Gray. Gets it to Siebert at the right hash mark. Now out front, Miller. Swings it around left side, Koger. Koger will bring it back out front, Martinez. Martinez, free throw line, shot, good! Martinez on fire! there. He has 19, and the Hawks back within a point, 44-43.
This one's his quarter, Tim. He's got 10 in this quarter.
I'll tell you what, all three superstars in this game have had their moment. Gillespie will hold for one, leading by one. Byzantine, right wing with 20. Byzantine wants to drive, instead out front to Gray with 15. Left wing Tallman with 13. Tallman will drive. Kicks it back out to Gray with 9. To Zach Allen with 7. Zach Allen with 5. Zach drives, backs away, 17. Woo! What a way to end the quarter.
The crossover fadeaway.
Oh my.
The killer crossover and then the fadeaway.
The
wow.
kid is amazing. Zach Allen with 20, and after 3, your score, Gillespie 46, Riverton 43. Don't you dare go anyplace. We'll be back with the fourth quarter of this championship game of the Carlinville Holiday Tournament on FM 106.
Each team 9 of 10 that quarter. Well, they never, if they missed, they were fouled, except for those 2 shots I told you about. The one where Miller got the rebound and the fadeaway by Zach on the left baseline. That's it. Those are the only 2 shots they missed the whole quarter.
Take it after this. Take it after this.
This is a well-played knockdown drag-out.
Gillespie ball to begin the fourth quarter. Allen will kick it back out to Tallman. Just underway, fourth quarter. Gillespie 46, Riverton 43. Tallman spin move at the paint.
Tallman! Wow! How did he get that ball around Miller?
Adam Tallman with a terrific drive, spun around Miller.
How the heck did he get that ball around Miller to get it up over it?
And the foul on Miller is his 4th. The 4th team foul, and to the line for 1. Tallman up and good. What an amazing move.
And he's pumped. He saluted the crazies there for a second. He's pumped.
Tallman finishes off the 3-point play, the old-fashioned 3. It's 49-43. That was an amazing move by Adam Tallman. This has been a great game, folks. Here's Martinez, could not handle the pass.
Tallman was in there to knock it free.
And Dane Gray picks it up. Gray has it left wing, 8th turnover on Riverton. Here's Gray driving, kicks it over to Zach Allen. Allen on the wing, cross-court pass, Dane Gray. Gray to the baseline, double team, kicks it out to Byzantine, now to Zach Allen.
Good ball movement again by the runners. Their trademark on offense.
Here goes Allen, one-on-one against Siebert, and he's fouled. And I'll tell you what, there's nobody on Riverton.
He could foul Siebert out in about 2 minutes if he keeps it going that way.
There's nobody on Riverton.
Siebert can't keep track of it.
There's nobody on Riverton who can handle Zach Allen.
No, they cannot handle him one-on-one, and they know it.
Here's Tallman with the basketball. Tallman will get it out front to Dane Gray. Zach Allen directs traffic. Now Gray gives it over to Allen. Down low, Tallman against Martinez. Oh!
What did Tallman do?
And a foul!
This time he gets Martinez.
And that's 4 on Martinez.
Adam Tallman is a one-man wrecking crew.
But I'll tell you what, who set it up? Zach Allen. Allen asked for the ball from Gray and then made a great pass to Tallman. And Tallman completes his second old-fashioned 3. And a timeout by the Hawks. The Gillespie fans to their feet. 6:50 to go in the game. Gillespie, their biggest lead. The Miners 52. The Hawks 43. We'll be back. You're listening to coverage of the championship game of the Carlinville Holiday Tournament on FM 106.
Wow. If this thing gets very far away, Gillespie can play keep away from Riverton all day because they're slow on Gillespie.
Play two.
If Riverton doesn't have this thing back under 6 by the 2-minute mark, they're in deep trouble. That was a good timeout. Good time for it.
Okay, take it after this.
Okay, we're ready.
The Gillespie Miners 52, the Riverton Hawks 43. 6:45 to go, fourth quarter. Koger brings it up for the Hawks. Matt Koger out front, gets it to Martinez. Martinez and Miller both with 4 fouls for Riverton. Here's Blanchard. Blanchard in the paint, pulls up from 12, off the back iron, no good.
And Gillespie owns those defensive boards now, Tim, with the big guys having 4 fouls each.
Zach Allen got the board. Zach brings it down. Allen pulls up on the dribble at the right hash mark. Looking for help, gets it from Dennis Stauffer. Stauffer out front, Byzantine. Left wing to Tallman. Adam Tallman holds the basketball. Tallman will bring it back out front to Byzantine. Pete wants to go one-on-one. Byzantine will work to the left wing. Byzantine still on the dribble. Pete, tried to get it over to Dennis Stauffer and led him a little too far. And that's the 6th turnover on Gillespie, just their 2nd here in the second half. Riverton basketball trailing by 9. Matt Koger brings it up against Gray, gets it ahead Siebert. Off on the wing, cross-court pass from Miller to Martinez on the blocks, up and good.
And again, Stauffer just can't stop that, Tim. He's too small to stop Martinez on that shot.
John Martinez with 21 points, 52-45. The Hawks within 7, 5.5 minutes to go. Here's Zach Allen, one-on-one. Zach kicks it back out to Byzantine. Over to Gray. Dane Gray one-on-one. Now he'll bring it back out. Kicks it off to Stauffer. Now to Byzantine.
Gillespie's going to take a little time off his clock.
Tallman drives, kicks it back out to Byzantine. Over to Gray, now to Allen. Allen going to drive to the hole and a foul on Siebert. That's his 4th.
He can foul him out in no time flat if he just keeps moving on him when they isolate.
So now Siebert, Miller, and Martinez, 3 of the seniors for Riverton with 4 fouls, and it's bonus time.
And Blanchard has 3, so it's not like he can go willy-nilly out there. There, it's a deep
right.
Hawks.
And Zach Allen to the line for a 1-and-1.
This is exactly what Gillespie wanted to do because the Hawks are not a
Allen,
deep team up front.
With 20 points, is 2 for 3 at the line. First one up, good. 53-45, Miners by 8. Gillespie trying to win their 3rd Carlinville Holiday Tournament championship in the last 4 years. The second free throw is also good.
This will give Terry Allen an A for his game plan and give his coaches on the floor an A too.
54-45. Gillespie by 9. Here's Koger, a 3-ball. It won't go. Rebound, Zach Allen.
He's got 7 boards today, Tim. 4 of them on the defensive end.
Zach Allen has had one terrific game.
And he always comes up big in the big games, doesn't he?
Oh, he does indeed.
He's had a good second half, too.
He is a prime-time player. Not to steal Dick Vitale's line, but it's true. Here's Pete Byzantine.
It comes down to a ball handling drill at the end of the game, Tim. I'll take Gillespie every time.
You betcha. Here's Dane Gray. Kicks it out to Byzantine. Now in the hands of Adam Tallman. The clock now becoming Riverton's enemy. Down to 4:20. Tallman on the dribble out front. Tallman will drive. Oh, great spin move around Miller, but he couldn't finish it.
Just couldn't finish that one, but he almost drew number 5 on Miller.
Now here's Blanchard off to Martinez. Layup is good.
One thing for Martinez and Miller, they are taking advantage of every chance they do get.
The Hawks answer in transition. It's 54-47. 3:58 to go. Here's Zach Allen. Allen drives, kicks it over to Gray. Dane Gray, left wing outside 3, guarded by Koger. Now uses the dribble. Gray kicks it back out to Byzantine. Pete Byzantine, off to Zach Allen. Allen looking inside, gets it inside. Tallman, nice dish! Backdoor to Stauffer. His shot wouldn't
but he
go.
just fouled one of them out.
But he was fouled.
And I believe it was one of the big guys.
That's Siebert.
Oh, it wasn't Siebert.
And Siebert fouls out. Ryan Siebert, he's one of the seniors. That's a big loss.
Zach Allen set him up for it by isolating him and repeatedly getting in a foul. Now he commits one on Tallman and Stauffer.
And look at that. Ryan Siebert did not score in the ball game.
Did he even attempt a shot? I don't remember him attempting a shot.
He fouls out with 3:37 to go in the 4th. Stauffer's first free throw will not go.
The only players I've got even attempting a shot for Riverton are Blanchard, Miller, and Martinez.
You very well could be right. One more for Dennis Stauffer. On the way, good. Stauffer gets 1 out of 2.
With the youngster Combs
And it's
in there,
55
though,
to 47.
with the youngster Combs in there, you might see him launch a couple of threes here late, Tim.
And now it's off of
It's off
Combs.
Combs.
What a great play by Pete Byzantine. Tipped the pass away off the hands of Richie Combs. A timeout by Gillespie. Will take timeout. 3:28 to go in the game. It's the Gillespie Miners 55, the Riverton Hawks 47. You're listening to the championship game of the Carlinville Holiday Tournament on WSMI FM 106.
Tell you what, Gillespie is working their game plan to a T.
Yep.
This is just perfection. Just perfection. This is exactly how you draw it up on the chalkboard before the game.
Play two.
I don't even know where we're at. I've been following this.
I think we're here. We're on the second rotation. We're down here. Take it after this one. Gillespie 55, Riverton 47, championship game of the Carlinville Holiday Tournament. Tim Tarter with Brad McVeigh, glad to have you along. Dane Gray brings it up for the Miners against Richie Combs for Riverton. Gets it ahead, Zach Allen, left wing. Allen gonna drive. Allen will bring it back out, gets it to Byzantine. Now over to Dane Gray.
I wonder if this game had set some kind of shooting
Oh,
percentage.
Koger nearly had the steal. Gray saves it to Tolman. Now back to Gray, but there's Combs with the steal. Way up, good! 55-49, Hawks back within 6. Now here's Gray across the timeline. Gets it over to Zach. I'll tell you what, you don't want to put it too much on ice, Brad.
Yeah, pick bucket right there.
Here's Zach Allen. Seen teams with leads that put it on ice as they get it over to Stauffer. Now to Zach Allen.
I think they're just going to take a layup, but they do, Tim, move the ball around awful well.
Allen gonna pull up in the paint. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound tipped around. Loose ball.
Byzantine got it back.
It's picked up.
Stauffer kept it alive.
Yep, Stauffer kept it alive and Byzantine picked it up.
That might have been the play of the game right there from Dennis Stauffer, keeping that loose ball alive.
Here's Dane Gray. It looked like Martinez was gonna have it.
It's
for
pretty
Riverton.
odd when just a fist stuck up in the air may be the play of the game.
Now Byzantine down
He
the
was
paint,
knocked out as
and that's
Martinez
it.
is gone.
John Martinez will foul out as Byzantine saw an opening in the paint.
He tried to body Pete, and Pete, he helped it out a little by leading out of us, but he was shoved by Martinez.
And Martinez will foul out with 2:09 to go. And John Martinez,
The Crazies are telling him goodbye.
14
What
points
a game, though.
in the second half and 23
Gee,
for
will
the
he be
game.
on the all-tournament team?
As the free throw is missed by
Stauffer, I
Byzantine.
think, on the back.
So he misses the 1-and-1. Riverton gets the rebound.
Not exactly how they wanted that sequence to go.
Nope, it's still 55-49, a 6-point game.
Now, Gillespie has a couple of fouls to give. They can get in the way of the Riverton offense before they even get it.
They have
And
not-
then Miller and Blanchard.
They have not posted that last foul, so I'm not sure who it was on for Gillespie.
I'm pretty sure it was
Here's
Stauffer.
Koger driving in, missed the layup. Rebound to Reinert for Riverton up. No block by Tolman.
He walked.
And now Reinert travels.
He changed pivot feet after the shot, Tim.
And you're right, the last foul was on Stauffer, his second, 15 foul. Gillespie gets it back as Tolman inbounds to Allen. Allen gets it ahead Byzantine, and he's bumped by Blanchard.
It's 4 and Blanchard.
So Blanchard gets his fourth with a minute 45 to go.
That's the thing. You got to have foulers if you're behind and you're Riverton, and you're going to have to get a couple of guys on the floor just that can foul.
John
because you're going to
Hampton.
lose your scores if you don't.
John Hampton looking for someone, and he's going to grab Matt Lampke, a 5'10 junior. As Byzantine back to the line, and Gillespie, they got to make free throws now, Brad. This will be another 1-and-1. Or no, this is 2 shots. Double bonus time. Everything's 2 from here on out.
We finally got a missed shot in the fourth quarter that last time down, too, with the block.
Byzantine missed it. Wow. Well, Gillespie in past years, their free throws
Have done it for him.
Have done it for him, but this year they've struggled at the line. This time Byzantine hits it.
That was a big one, though. It makes it a 3-possession game under 2 minutes to go.
56-49. Here comes Matt Koger. Koger gets it ahead, left wing to Lamke. Now they try and go down low to Miller, and he's pushed. He was triple teamed. They had Adam Tolman, Pete Byzantine, and Dane Gray.
That was a heck of a play, though, Tim, because it means they have to reset, and he was going to get an easy layup, and they still had a foul to get.
You know what? Blanchard fouled out on that last play.
He did?
He did.
I thought I had it for 4. So.
I did too, but apparently it was 5. That was Dane Gray's third, by the way, the 6th team foul. So Riverton has had 3 players foul out.
So the only chief starting scoring threat left in the game, starters-wise,
Zach Miller.
is Miller.
Yep.
And Holmes off the bench.
Here's Ryan. Well, Koger, and we haven't.
Koger's capable.
Yep.
He hasn't taken he's only taken 2 shots.
Here's Combs. Well, and that's Gillespie's defense. Here's Koger to Reiner. Down to 1:16. Riverton can't even find a shot. Now they do. And that's Zach Miller with the layup, but only his 2nd basket of the second half, folks. He had 14 at halftime. He has 18 now. A timeout on the court. We're going to keep it here. It's 56-51. Gillespie a 5-point lead.
1:11 to go, and Tim, I've got quick shooting stats for you. Gillespie 5 of 6, and Riverton in this quarter. How many percent? 50 less, 4 or 5. So both teams, this makes us some kind of record for shooting percentage for 2 teams. And if you think, I keep thinking I haven't missed something in this, you think back, I haven't. There haven't been any good shots.
There have not
Hardly
been.
In the second half at all. Everything's resulted in a layup, a made shot, a great player.
Well, here we go. Gillespie a 5-point lead to inbound in the backcourt. Tolman will trigger it in. Gets it into Byzantine, to Zach Allen. Here goes Zach.
You'll see it in his hands a lot this last minute if he can.
Yep, and Zach Allen is fouled. Is picking up the foul is going to be Alan Barton, a 5'8 senior.
Mr. Barton is a designated fouler that's in there.
And going to the line will be Zach Allen to shoot 2. Zach in the ball game.
They're subbing offense for defense because Lamke's coming in. I bet it's for Barton.
Zach Allen with 22 points. 14 in the first half, make it 23.
This is not the time of the game you want to be putting Zach Allen on the free throw line.
They do not award an MVP for this tournament. However, if they did,
I think we've got it nailed down. It would have been between 2 guys, and I'd tip it to the winning.
That's right. Zach Allen makes them both. He has 24, and the Miners lead 58-51.
Not to say this is over yet, but that was 2 big nails in the coffin right there.
Those were huge. Riverton with the basketball, trailing by 7, under a minute to go.
Now, if Riverton doesn't score this trip, this one is about in the books.
Koger gets it over to Combs. Riverton needs not only a basket, they need a 3. Now a loose ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Riverton.
Dane Gray wanted that call the other way, but it was knocked out by the Gillespie pressure.
42.8 seconds to go. Riverton will trigger it in under their own basket.
Here with Miller inbounding the ball, some sort of give and go.
Miller gets it into Koger. Wants it to go back to Miller, but great defense by Adam Tolman. Now
Tolman wouldn't let it happen.
Koger to Gillespie will not allow the 3. Now Miller gets it in the paint, shot up, no good, but a pushing foul.
And Stoffer got him before he got into the lane.
And Zach,
it's going to be 2.
Zach Miller to the line to shoot a couple. But Riverton, with 31.3 seconds to play, is down 7.
Boy, Zach Allen really energized Gillespie tonight, but the way they've all played the second half, Zach's been a spearhead, but this has been a true team effort. Zach
Miller missed the free throw. He's 0 for 3 at the line, came into this game hitting 90% of his free throws. Second free throw, good. So Zach Miller now with 19 points, 14 of those were in the first half. 58-52, it's a 2-possession game, 31.3 seconds to go. Tolman gets it in, now Allen, and he's pushed, and Zach Allen back to the line. And it's simple, Brad. It really is simple at this point.
Make 1 or 2 from here on out, and they don't have enough time to get. Just make a free throw every time you step up there, and it's over.
If the Miners make their free throws, they're going to win their 3rd Carlinville Holiday Tournament Championship in the last 4 years, and it'll be back-to-back titles for the Miners as Allen makes his first, 59-52.
And Gillespie really raised their level of play tonight to meet a
Second,
playing at their best.
second free throw is good. A timeout on the court. We'll take timeout. 28.6 seconds to go. It's Gillespie 60, Riverton 52. A 30-second timeout. We'll be right back.
I'd like to find out where the school statisticians are sitting, because I'd love to know if I'm even over right here, because I've got both teams shooting some kind of ungodly pace, like over 75% each, and I'm close to right.
Tim Tarter, Brad McVeigh back at Carlinville High School. Championship game of the 32nd boys tournament.
We always seem to get a gem of the game in the title game of this tournament, don't we?
We do indeed.
No different tonight.
As Riverton will bring it up, trailing by 8, 25 seconds to go. Here's Combs to Koger, off his hands, out of bounds, and that'll do it.
Apply the pressure that really put it in that time.
The 10th turnover on Riverton, and the Gillespie Miners are going to win the championship. As the Miners get it into Dane Gray, it's just about time to celebrate Gillespie. The coal mine crazies to their feet. The rest of the Gillespie fans to follow. Down to 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the Gillespie Miners are the champions of the 2002 Carlinville Holiday Tournament as they defeat the Riverton Hawks by a final score of 60-52. We'll take a break.
Magnificent performance by the Miners, Tim and Terry Allen, in taking a game plan they had at the start of the night, just carrying it out like a perfectly written and acted movie script, and they just carried this game right on through and beat Riverton at their own game, taking it right at the Hawks.
Well, the Miners about to be presented with their championship plaque, and again for Gillespie, it's back-to-back championships. This is also their third title in the last 4 years. And as we mentioned, the only thing that kept the Miners from making it a four-peat was a Pete Oswald basket by Carlinville at the buzzer in the year 2000 that gave Carlinville the championship over the Gillespie Miners. But the Miners have won their third title in the last 4 years, back-to-back titles. And they are being presented the championship plaque right now by Carlinville High School Principal Mike Kelly.
There it is, raised in the air.
Steve Clemens holds it up high, is joined by the rest of his teammates. And the Miners walk off this floor with the championship once again. Right now they're going to announce the all-tournament team, and we'll keep it here for that. And then we'll have more coming up on the postgame. But let's pick it up. As Mike Kelly will announce it, we'll have 6 players selected to the all-tournament team. It's Gillespie winning it 60-52. Dane Gray for Gillespie. Dane had an outstanding tournament, 6 points tonight. His contribution's much more than just points, though, although he has hit some big baskets.
High School, Brian Wood.
Brian Wood from
Woody
Lincolnwood.
had a real solid tournament as well, and leading Lincolnwood to 3rd place.
A senior from Riverton High School, John Martinez.
John Martinez, 23 points tonight, the All-State candidate. And he was just about a definite.
Senior from Lincolnwood High School, Tyler Johnson.
Tyler Johnson from Lincolnwood.
And he was a member of last year's WSMI's All-Area team.
A senior from Riverton High School, Zach Miller.
Zach Miller from Riverton, the other twin tower. He finished with 19 points tonight.
And the senior for the Gillespie Miners, Zach Allen.
And of course, who else but Zach Allen?
Congratulations.
As Zach with 24 points.
So it was a top.
Special thanks go to the
top three teams
Yep.
for the 6 spots on the all-tournament team.
2 players from Gillespie, 2 from Riverton, and 2 from Lincolnwood.
And you can really say that those 6 did stand out from the rest of the tournament, but also their teammates on their own teams were very good as well. Their biggest competition probably would have came from their own team.
So we need to take a break. We'll come back with more, hopefully hear from the coaches involved in the ball game, and maybe even some of the players, as once again, 60-52, your final score. The Gillespie Miners are champions once again of the Carlinville Holiday Tournament. We'll return with more from CHS. You're listening to coverage of the Carlinville Holiday Tournament on WSMI FM 106. Tim Tarter back at Carlinville High School. We've sent Brad McVeigh out to see who he can track down. Of course, right now the Gillespie Miners getting their photos taken with their championship plaque, as again the Miners knock off the Riverton Hawks here tonight, 60-52. Riverton drops to 5-3 on the season. The Miners stay perfect as they improve their record to 10-0 on the 2002-2003 season. And the Miners finish at least the first part of that season unbeaten as they'll take a 10-0 record into January. Zach Allen, I said he had 24 points. I shorted Zach a couple. He finished with 26 points to lead the way for the Gillespie Miners in this ball game. 14 in the first half, 12 in the second half, 26 for the game. And I'll tell you what, Gillespie did not make a three-pointer in this game tonight. That in itself was something I certainly didn't expect to happen, but the Miners came out with a game plan, as Brad McVeigh mentioned, and they executed it. 26 for Zach Allen in the ball game, and Zach at the free throw line was 8 out of 9. He had 9 field goals, 8 out of 9 at the line. Zach with 26. Adam Tolman also in double figures with 14, 12 of those in the second half. He had 5 field goals. Adam was 4 out of 5 at the line. Adam Tolman with 14. 7 for Pete Vizentine. He came up with a couple of big buckets in the third quarter. Vizentine, 3 field goals, 1 out of 3 at the line. He had 7. 6 apiece for Steve Clemens. Clemens, 3 field goals for 6. Also Dane Gray with 3 field goals for 6. Dane Gray and Zach Allen both named to the all-tournament team for the Miners. And rounding out the scoring, Dennis Stoffer, 1 for 4 at the line, finished with 1 point on the night for Gillespie. And everyone who played for the Miners scored in this ball game. Gillespie at the free throw line in the fourth quarter, 10 out of 13 for the game. The Miners were 14 out of 20, and turnovers, Gillespie had just 7 on the night. So very good in just about every category you look at. For Riverton, they were led by John Martinez and Zach Miller with 23 and 19 points respectively. Miller had 14 of his 23 in the second half, or Martinez rather, 14 of his 23 came in the second half. Zach Miller with 19, 14 of those 19 were in the first half. So Martinez with 23, Miller with 19, Tim Blanchard with 8, Richie Combs with 2. Just 4 players scored for the Hawks in this ball game, and 3 players fouled out. John Martinez, Ryan Siebert, and Tim Blanchard all fouled out, and Zach Miller had 4 fouls most of the fourth quarter for Riverton. The Hawks on the night shot just 9 free throws and made 4, so they were 4 out of 9 at the line. So Gillespie outscored them at the free throw line 14-4 in winning it by a score of 60-52. Gillespie trailed 15-10 after a quarter. The Miners came back, tied it up at halftime at 26. It was 46-43 Gillespie after 3 quarters, and 60-52. Adam Tallman and Dane Gray up here. And guys, first of all, Dane, how does it feel?
This is what we've been working for all year. You know, this is a chance to knock off one of the big teams. You know, they got some state recognition, so it's going to bring a lot of recognition to us. You know, hopefully people know that we're a team to be reckoned with this year.
Well, certainly you guys got off to kind of a slow start. Adam, early on, you guys were trailing 15-8. Coach Allen took a timeout. What was kind of your thoughts early in the game?
Coach Allen says that they're going to make their runs. We need to make our runs. And once we get ahead, we just need to match baskets with them. And that's what we did down the stretch. That's what got us the victory.
And obviously the second half, you guys came out strong in that third quarter. And think about it, Zach Allen, you know, he had 26 points in the game, but he got you guys involved. Particularly, he had a couple of very nice passes to you, Adam.
Oh yeah, Terry told us at halftime that when Zach dribbles down, Miller or Martinez, whoever's guarding me, is just going to sag off, and if I just cut down right in the middle, I'll be right there. So that's what they did, and I got a couple baskets.
I was going to say, it must have been the game plan, Dane, for you guys to try and take the ball to those big guys, because obviously you wanted to get them in foul trouble.
Our game plan every game is basically to isolate for Adam and Zach, and then we've got a group of core role players, step up and knock down a three. But today they really were content on just putting one person on them, so they were able to take the basket, give them in foul trouble, and they've got a decent bench, but they're small, so Adam and Zach got some buckets inside real easy.
You guys are starting to make a habit of winning this tournament. Of course, you two are seniors, so this is in fact, this just about the whole team is seniors, so this will be your last opportunity. But 3 tournament championships in 4 years. This has been a lot of fun, huh?
Oh yeah, Terry's been coaching this group for as long as I can remember, and it's just been a lot of fun through the years. It's going to be sad, next year to watch the group below us start to play.
Yeah, I was going to say, you look up in the stands and you see some of the guys who you played with in previous years here to support you guys and watching it. Obviously, it's pretty tough for those guys to watch, but they're here to cheer you guys on.
I think they have a lot of good memories from what home games and such like this, tournaments like this, and they want to come back and just relive a little bit.
And Adam, just going to ask you, banging inside with those big guys from Riverton all night, that was a war in there.
Yeah, those two are animals, and I just try to front them and hopefully get some weak side help. They were there most of the time, but other times they just lob it and they're just too big. So it was tough.
Well, guys, congratulations on the victory, and Dane, congratulations named to the all-tournament team.
Oh, thank you very much. I feel that Adam should have this, or we should be sharing it, because I feel that he's one of our big guys. So.
Well, you guys got a great team. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for that.
That's Dane Gray and Adam Tallman of the Gillespie Miners. Again, they win the championship. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with more from Carlinville. You're listening to coverage of the Carlinville Holiday Tournament Championship. Once again, Gillespie wins it 60-52. We'll continue with more in just a moment on FM 106. Back at the Carlinville Holiday Tournament up here on Media Row, we had a chance to talk to a couple of miners, and now we got the boss, the big guy, Terry Allen. And Terry, this is getting to be a habit, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean, and it's nice. It's nice playing at the 8:30 game. Here's my buddy. He set me up. I'm telling you, he's all along. He set me up here. He's giving us this one easy here first,
I'll tell you what, you guys do have the opportunity to play again later this season. Of course, a lot of time between now and then. But this was really a heck of a high school basketball game. I mean, both teams executed very well.
I'll tell you, it was fun to watch from where. Now, John coaches during the game. I don't do any coaching. I just sit back and watch them. But no, it was a fun game to watch. I'll tell you that Martinez at Villa. There you are at times.
Well, I'll tell you what, there were some players on that court tonight for both teams.
Yeah, but I just come out of the locker room down there, and them kids are whining already. Man, that Miller kid is strong inside. And he is. I mean, he gets set down there, and buddy, you don't move him.
Mr. Martinez isn't a slouch down there either, but he can
I'm
really
telling you
move.
what, they got a pair there.
And how I know you don't like to talk about your son, Terry, but I'll tell you what, Zach tonight, one whale of a ball game. He was certainly outstanding, and he steps up in the big games, and certainly tonight he stepped up big time.
Yeah, I mean, he did all right. We'll give him credit for that.
I'll talk about it.
No, I think he started slow a little bit, and I think he was a little nervous, but I think he stepped up, and once it takes him a while to get into a flow of a ball game, and he likes to see where the flow's going as to where he needs to be, and I thought second quarter he stepped up and played some, and Adam did a good job starting out for us. But I tell you what, you got people like Stauffer and Clemens and Pete Byzantine and Dane. I mean, we hounded their guards. We knew their big guys were going to score. We just hoped they wouldn't just kill us, but we didn't want their other guys, the Colger kid, to get set up and hit some shots, and we tried to make them work for a lot of things. Sometimes it looked awful easy from where I was sitting, but I know they told me, hey, I'm doing my best, coach. So.
The last 4 years, your record here at this tournament, I was trying to figure it up. It's got to be what, something like 15-1, and the one loss came at the buzzer.
Yeah.
Now, I guess that was Troy's loss, right? Or was that yours?
That was mine.
Oh, that was yours. Okay.
I'll give it to Troy. Some of him rubbed off on me.
So, well, Terry, congratulations on the championship. 10-0 on the season. It's got to feel awfully good.
Yeah, but there's always room for improvement. You know, I don't want the kids getting too cocky. So, but, you know, I'm happy with where we're at right now. So we got to come back Saturday and start the second season now once the new year starts. So appreciate you guys being here.
Okay, good job. Good luck down the road. That's Terry Allen, the head coach of the Gillespie Miners, and now John Hampton has made his way up here. And John, we were talking to Terry. I mean, this was just a heck of a high school basketball game.
Yeah, it was. I wish I could have sat back in the stands and watched it, because we did say at halftime, boys, both teams are playing well, they're executing well, it's been played a very clean game, and I thought it was refereed exceptionally well. We had 3 veteran referees here, 2 of them worked the state tournament. I thought they did a great job with it.
I'll tell you what, missed shots just were not happening out there. I mean,
I wanted to ask you, John, have you had a chance to see the stat sheet yet or anything like that? Because I want to check with the school stat sheets. I think I had both teams shooting over 70% for that game.
I know,
you guys close to 80 for a while.
I know at halftime we always check the rebounding stats, and I think we only had 6 rebounds total, and they only had 4. And I know we weren't turning the ball over very much, which I was concerned about. And I know they weren't turning the ball over very much. It was a well-played game. And I tell you what, one thing about